It can be a bit daunting to choose the best reward track when playing World vs. World or PvP. Choosing the right reward track can make or break your journey to glory. Forget about the gold value for a moment. Some rewards offer far more than what meets the eye. In this video, we'll dive into true value of reward tracks beyond mere gold, although we'll also be looking at realistic gold values that you can expect. First and foremost, many of the reward tracks have a repeatable and a non-repeatable version to them. The non-repeatable versions are almost always better, as they give you between 6 to 14 clovers instead of the standard 2. The way you can identify them in-game is by looking at the track and see if you have the option to toggle the repeatable icon. If you see it, the track is repeatable. Now there are some PvP or World vs. World specific reward tracks. For World vs. World, you have the first reward track that anyone wishing to get into World vs. World should run, and that is the Warclaw reward track. You can unlock this by putting 1 World Ability Point into Warclaw Mastery, which unlocks the Warclaw Companion achievement as well. Keeping with the Warclaw theme, you have the Guild Rider Warclaw Skin Reward track, which gives you a unique Warclaw skin and can be purchased for 200 gold from this vendor. Then you have the Hero Weapon Reward track, which gives you hero weapons which you can combine in the Mystic Forge to get the shinier Mist Forged version of the weapons. The Triumphant Armor Reward track is required to unlock World vs. World Legendary Armor. And finally, Gift of Battle Reward track. This is the only way to obtain Gift of Battle and is required to craft every legendary weapon in the game. For PvP, the Glorious Reward track is required to craft PvP Legendary Armor. The Mist Champion Reward tracks unlocks the Mist Champions that you can summon during PvP Stronghold matches. Balthazar Back Item Reward Track. You get the Balthazar back piece, which in my opinion is one of the coolest looking back skins in the game. And finally, you get to run the Level Up Reward tracks. You unlock these tracks when you level up in PvP at every 10 levels for a total of 9 reward tracks. And the cool part about these is that you not only get the respective finishers unlocked, but also a black line key. Before we look at the realistic gold values of these reward tracks and how to figure that out, I want to showcase a few examples where you might want to forego the gold value of the reward track completely. As mentioned before, the Gift of Battle reward track is for players who are working towards legendary weapons. This is the only way to obtain Gift of Battle. It is much more valuable to you as a legendary crafter, even if the gold value is relatively lower than other tracks. If you are crafting Gen 3 weapons, you may want to run End of Dragons reward tracks for the Imperial favors that they give. If you're working towards the Obsidian Legendary Armor, you might prefer to run the Soto reward tracks, which give you the Soto map currencies. If you're trying to unlock your Sky Scale, which requires a stack of Living Season 4 map currencies, or if you're working towards the Legendary Accessory Vision and don't want to spend hours hunting down 10 different achievements, you might want to run the Living Season 4 reward tracks and just roam around in World vs. World or queue up in PvP. An example for this is the Corsair Legging skin that you need to unlock if you want to unlock the Legendary Accessory Vision. You can do so by completing the meta achievement called All or Nothing, which has 30 different achievements that you need to do, or just pop on the reward track in either PvP or World vs. World and be done with it. Similarly, Living Season 3 reward tracks are great if you're trying to unlock Aurora. You can skip doing a lot of long achievements just by running specific reward tracks for them in World vs. World or PvP. If you want the cool skins from dungeons but don't like doing dungeons, you have the Dungeons reward tracks where you get a lot of dungeon currency. There is a reward track for everything in the game. Now let's check the realistic gold values of these tracks. Let's go to the fast farming website and see what they say. The first section here shows all non-repeatable reward tracks and the amount of clovers that you can expect from these. We can scroll down to see the repeatable reward tracks and their gold value. And the Halloween reward track is the most profitable reward track to run, but we do not have the option to run this currently in-game because the Halloween festival is not active. However, when it does become active, the value will go down and it will no longer be the most profitable reward track to run because many people will be farming the lab for trick-or-treat bags and their prices will plummet. At that time, the gold value may be down, but the reward track may still be more valuable to you than others. This is because it gives you 20 slot inventory bags. These are some of the easiest to obtain 20 slot bags in the game, and that has its own value if you play multiple characters. So the Thunderhead Peaks is currently the best according to the website. You can click on it to see that the highest value comes from the Thunderhead Peaks cache, which is valued at about 14 gold. So where do we get this value from? Click on it again, and most of it comes from branded mass, which is like the map currency for Thunderhead Peaks. You get a guaranteed 10 of these and then a choice between Corsair leggings or another 50 branded mass. The reason branded mass has been given such a high value though is because you can craft Diviner's gear with it, which sells on the trading post for a lot of gold. However, this can be a bit misleading. As you can see, there is not a lot of demand for these. There's only 2 buy orders on the trading post and only a few will sell if ever. You should definitely not expect to make any sort of consistent gold with this. There are a few times that the buy orders for the armor or one of the weapons goes up so that you can insta sell it to make more profit. But you'll have to keep an eye out on this. How do you do that? You can simply scroll all the way up and click on buy order instant sell under the trading post listing. So now we see that the best way to use branded mass is to consume them for volatile magic and buy trophy shipments with them, which you can then go ahead and sell on the trading post. This is how we can be a little bit more mindful when using online resources like the fast farming website. If you like making gold and optimizing your gameplay, I'd recommend watching this video on making insane gold fishing in Inner Nios or this one on converting your karma to gold.